This is a public document brought in by the medical council through the prosecution. So they serve us this thing today. And if you watch there, in this particular medical report, you can see all the ailments they say that Nnamdi Kanu is suffering from. And surprisingly, somebody that has all these particular issues, you now, in the last paragraph, to say that from your own distance, he can stand trial. Somebody that is passing through all this ailment. Having said that, too, go to make a consequential order. Say, please, go and examine him and report back to me. They never examined Nnamdi Kanu, only for them to come up with this report. Nigerian Medical Council, they should be very careful, because this is a professional body and you are expected to act professionally. In your report, you are expected, I'm not a medical doctor, but I'm a practicing lawyer. You are expected to show that on this particular day, we obtained his specimen. We carried out this lab, and the lab showed this, and we are talking about somebody's life, for goodness sake. You cannot just enter into your office room and you open your system and start writing trash, and you want God to rely on it. And surprisingly, we are expected to take a date for us to go, and because when the court gave us an opportunity to respond, we are ought to have taken a date to confer from our clients. It was when Nnamdi Kanu said, "What? We are the people that even gave Nnamdi Kanu this thing." When the court was about to sit, we are talking about somebody's life. The Igbos are on trial. This is a war against the Igbos. Of course, you are here when the president ordered the police and the army to go and negotiate and have a discussion with the terrorists and the non-bandits in this town.
With their arms.
And somebody that is exercising his rights as given to him by the constitution, both local and international legislations, and you say that he should enter trial. Trial for what? What is it? What are you trying for? Do you have even jurisdiction? Does the court have jurisdiction to entertain this particular matter? Somebody that has been discharged by court of appeal. So we don't want to go into that. This is a trial. Again, this is the Igbos are on trial. This is a persecution, not a prosecution. And I stand by it. And I'm calling the entire Nigerians. It's the Igbos and the Nnamdi Kanu today. It can be another person tomorrow. And we should stand against it. That's why we are protesting. Why should we be treating a human being like this? Simply because the offense Nnamdi Kanu committed is because he's an Igbo man. Can you do it somebody from the north? Can you do it somebody from the west? You cannot. People have been agitating. Son has been going around agitating for Republic of Oduduwa. Have you arrested him? The answer is no, because Nnamdi Kanu is an Igbo, and they feel that nobody can speak with him for him, and we are saying no to that. We can never be intimidated. Nobody is more Nigerian than anybody. Nobody is a second-class citizen in this country, and we are going to fight it. I'm begging judiciary to not allow yourself to be used. They know what they are doing. Are you telling me that it was on the 13th? Court gave you 2 weeks. 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, you now produce the document on the 13th, and you kept it with you. You did not allow us to go and see our client with it, only for you to serve us 5 minutes before court is sitting, and you asked us to respond. Is this injustice or injustice, for goodness sake? We should call evil, and when you call evil, it will stop existing. That is our submission. Thank you.
My people, this headline has shaken the whole country. They want to release me when I am about to die. Nnamdi Kanu. Those words alone are heavy. When I first saw that statement, I had to pause. Because you can feel the pain in it, you can feel the frustration, and you can tell that something serious is going on behind the scenes. Please, if you're watching right now, kindly like this video and subscribe to the channel so you can always get updates on this story as it unfolds. Now let's talk about what's really happening. Nnamdi Kanu, as everyone knows, is the leader of IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. He's been in detention for years, facing trial after trial, court order after court order, and every time Nigerians think he might finally be released, something changes. It's been a long, emotional journey for his supporters. Many of them believe he's been unfairly treated, while others think his case is more complicated than what people see on the surface. But this latest statement that they want to release him when he's about to die has thrown everyone into confusion and outrage. You see, this message suggests that Kanu's health condition might not be good at all. There have been talks for a long time that he's been sick inside detention and that he's not getting the proper medical care he deserves. His lawyers have also complained several times that the government is ignoring court rulings ordering his release. Now, this statement has made his followers believe that the government might only be planning to let him go when it's already too late. That's the real reason behind this renewed anger you're seeing across social media. People are flooding Twitter, Facebook and Instagram with the hashtag number Free Nnamdi Kanu now. They are saying enough is enough. They are calling for his immediate and unconditional release. And honestly, the tension is rising again, especially in the southeastern part of Nigeria. There are renewed calls for protests, renewed calls for marches, and renewed calls for the federal government to do what is right. Now, let's be real. This is not just about one man in detention. This issue has become a symbol of how people feel about justice and fairness in Nigeria. For many of his supporters, Nnamdi Kanu represents their voice, their cry for recognition, their frustration over marginalization, and their demand for fairness in how different regions of the country are treated. Every time this case comes up, it reopens old wounds and reminds people of the deep divisions that still exist. But for others, including some politicians and national security voices, the matter is more complicated. They believe that releasing Kanu without due process could encourage other forms of agitation and unrest. They keep saying the court should decide his fate, not public opinion. However, people are asking how long will it take? How many more years will this man stay behind bars? At this point, even international human rights groups are beginning to ask questions. Reports have shown that Kanu's health is deteriorating. And now, his supporters believe that this statement, "They want to release me when I am about to die," is a cry for help, a warning that his situation is becoming life-threatening. It's sad that in 2025, we're still discussing this same issue that started several years ago. Every administration seems to pass the problem to the next one. Each time a court rules, something delays the order, and people are starting to feel that this is more political than legal. Some say it's all about power, about proving who is in control. And when people begin to feel like their voices don't matter, they react emotionally. That's why these protests keep coming up. Just look online, you'll see videos of people holding banners saying, "Free Nnamdi Kanu now." You'll see old women praying, young people marching, and others pleading for peace. They are not just shouting for one person, they are shouting for justice, for fairness, for hope. Please, my viewers, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe right now. It helps this channel reach more people who need to hear what's really going on. Now, back to the gist. Behind the scenes, there are talks that some influential people in Nigeria are trying to mediate quietly. There are religious leaders, elders, and even foreign diplomats who want this issue resolved before it escalates again. Because, whether people like it or not, Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention has become a national concern. Businesses in the southeast have suffered from constant sit-at-home orders connected to his case. Families have been divided. And every time something new comes out, the economy of that region takes a hit. That's why people are saying, enough delay, release him, let the courts do their job and let peace return. But others fear that releasing him might trigger another wave of agitation for Biafra. So, you can see that this issue is not just simple. It's a political and emotional bomb waiting to explode if not handled carefully. But think about it. If what Kanu is saying is true, if indeed his health is failing, then this becomes more than politics. It becomes a human issue. No matter where anyone stands, no one deserves to die in detention when they could have received fair treatment or medical care. That's why his lawyers are crying out. That's why his supporters are shouting, "Free Nnamdi Kanu now." It's sad that even after several court rulings in his favor, implementation has become a problem. People are asking, why is the government not following its own laws? Why are court orders being ignored? And that question is important because it affects how people view the justice system in Nigeria. If one high-profile case can be delayed like this, what happens to ordinary citizens who have no influence or platform? Before I go on, if you are following this story closely and you want the truth without propaganda, please like this video right now and subscribe to the channel. That's the only way we'll keep this conversation going and keep shining light on these kinds of national issues. Now, many Nigerians are also beginning to draw comparisons between Nnamdi Kanu's case and other political detentions in the past. Some recall how similar cases were resolved through political dialogue, not just court battles. They're saying maybe it's time for the government to open its doors for negotiation to find a peaceful and lasting solution. Because whether anyone likes it or not, this case has gone beyond the man himself. It's now about the heart of justice in the country. But here's where it gets even more emotional. Supporters are genuinely afraid that if anything happens to Nnamdi Kanu while in custody, the situation could get out of control. That's why this message, "They want to release me when I am about to die," feels like a warning. It's like he's saying, if something happens to me, it won't end quietly. That's why there's panic, and that's why the call for his release is getting louder.
This is the 6th market we are visiting in 2 days to mobilize people to free Nnamdi Kanu on Monday. We are not demanding for pardon. Don't get us wrong. We are not begging Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. We are asking that Nnamdi Kanu should be released from unjust, illegal detention by the Nigerian government, who kidnapped him from Kenya. The Nigerian government is made up of a lot of kidnappers. They are not only kidnapping in Nigeria, they are kidnapping from Kenya. International kidnappers. Yes. We have asked them to release Nnamdi Kanu. And we want to make it very clear. We are asking them to release him on or before 20th, Monday. So they have an option. Don't let them tell us they don't have an option. The option is to release him now so that we don't have to march on Aso Rock on Monday. But if they don't release him by Monday, and they are claiming that he's in court, why is it that the terrorists are not in court? Why are the bandits not in court? Why are the drug dealers being pardoned? That is to show to you that some people are better than others in Nigeria, and we reject second-class citizenship. And the Nigerian state must release Nnamdi Kanu on Monday. That's our message. But our message to you here is that you should all come out on Monday. You cannot lose anything by closing your shop on Monday, even if it's from 7 a.m. to 12 noon, and to come and bail our brother and let him come back home to us. When I say bail, I'm not asking to pay for shortio. I'm talking about to bring him out to rejoin us. That is why we came here to see you. Thank you very much. Yes. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now. Free Nnamdi Kanu now.